Hey there, I'm Lee, and in this video, we're gonna be covering if the money spent on Vendoo cross-listing is really worth it. I've sold over $100,000 net profit in used clothing, and I'm gonna be giving you my opinion based on my experience as a part-time reseller. Hey, I'm Lee Meyer, and I'm the founder of Listing of Freedom and the Empowered Reseller. And I help clothing resellers make more money without hustling harder. Let's get started. So you might be wondering, is cross-listing on many platforms worth your time? Is Vendoo the tool that you should be using, or should you be manually cross-posting instead? Who should cross-list and who maybe shouldn't cross-list? And is the investment in a tool like Vendoo worth it? Now, I want to give full transparency and be completely honest with you up front that this video is being sponsored by Vendoo, but I will give you my honest opinion, including who I don't think should use the Vendoo cross-listing tool. Now, if you want to sign up for a Vendoo trial, if you do not already have a Vendoo account, you can use my affiliate link down below. I will get a small kickback if you decide to go ahead and go with the paid version, and this is at no additional cost to you. It's a great way to be able to support me and help me be able to bring you more amazing content to help you out with your reselling journey. So you will find that link below this video. Now, if you're here, you might be going, okay, what is this whole cross-listing thing? I don't know what cross-listing is. Let me explain really quick. In its simplest terms, cross-listing is getting your same item out to multiple platforms all at once. Oftentimes, your item may be listed on several different platforms of your choosing. Now, back in the old days, actually just a few short years ago, if you wanted to get your items out across multiple platforms, you would have to go to each platform and list that item individually. You'd have to upload the pictures to each platform. You'd have to write your title for each platform, your description for each platform. And then when your item sold, things got even more complicated. So if an item sold, you'd have to go, okay, where else did I have this item listed? And then you'd have to log back into those platforms and go and manually delist those items. You'd also have to track your sales and be really careful about, okay, what item sold where, how much did it sell for those tax and accounting purposes. In those old days, I had said, okay, cross-listing is just not worth the time, and I would have told you to forget it as well. But nowadays, we have cross-listing tools like Vendoo. That is the cross-listing tool that I have been using in my own reselling business. And Vendoo makes this whole process of getting your items out across multiple platforms much simpler and much quicker. In fact, with a tool like Vendoo, it takes you barely any more time to get your item out to multiple platforms as it does to just one. With Vendoo, you can actually just create your listing one time in Vendoo. And the cool part is that Vendoo will know your title that you put in, the pictures you put in, your description, what brand it is, what color it is, and it will automatically load that information into each of the platforms where you're going to be listing to. Now, if you're like most resellers who are coming to Vendoo, you probably already have listings up someplace. And so how would you be able to go and get those items out to those other platforms? Well, thankfully, there's no need to have to go and dig up those old photos or find where they are on your phone or computer. You can actually use their import tool, and this makes this very quick and easy to bring in your existing listings right into Vendoo in a click of a button and be able to get them out to a bunch of other platforms that you want to get your items listed to. Prior to having a tool like Vendoo, if you wanted to be able to manage cross-listing across multiple platforms, managing your inventory, that was pretty much next to impossible. Now with Vendoo, you've got all of your sales data all in one place, and they give you some really nice visual tools like graphs to be able to look at your sales, as well as you get all kinds of information to help you make informed business decisions. You can easily see what brands are selling best, what categories are selling best, and what platforms that you're making the most money on. And for anybody who's a nerd like me, for tax and accounting purposes, you can easily create create a CSV file spreadsheet that you can download your records directly from Vendoo and have those all in your own personal records. So you can see just how powerful a tool Vendoo is, but is it worth your investment? It is a paid tool after all. It has a monthly expense associated with it. But here's the thing, resellers by nature, we're very, very cheap. We're the kind of people who don't want to spend more than $1 an item. Better or maybe worse yet, we would rather pull free items from the side of the road and not have to spend any money on sourcing. And I know that pulling out your wallet for something can be hard. I totally get that. But every smart business owner knows this secret that some expenses are not really expenses. They're actually an investment. They're a small expense that helps you make more money in the long run. So if you could pay a small amount up front and make more money that month, wouldn't it be worth it? And this is what is known as an ROI, a return on your investment. And with Vendoo, your return on your investment could potentially be a lot. Vendoo doesn't just pay for itself, it has the possibility to pay for itself many times over. So you might be going, okay, how much does Vendoo cost? And they've got a variety of plans depending on how many listings you're gonna be creating new a month. And really the listing plans start at just pennies an item. When you're looking at the per item cost, it ranges from 4 cents up to 36 cents per item. It really is a minimal investment per item. And again, remember, this is an investment that will help you make more money in the long run. But I wanna give you a pro tip on top of that. And my pro tip is that you do not have to stay at the same plan. You're not locked in for a year. It's not some big, huge commitment, and you can switch at any time. So let's say you already have 1,500 items in your inventory. I would recommend going with the plan that would allow you to bring all of those listings in at once. And then once you've got all of your current listings into Vendoo, you can then switch down to a lower plan. Let's say if you only plan to list 100 items or 200 items a month, you could switch down to a plan that would allow you to list that many new items per month. Again, there's no commitment, and you can jump from plan to plan, or you can pay extra for listings if you need a few more in any given month. If you're still not sure if Vendoo is right for you, I'm gonna be breaking down specifically who should be using Vendoo and who shouldn't be. Before we do that, I wanna give you 5 reasons why Vendoo can be worth your investment. Number 1 is it gets more eyes on your items. So when you're able to go out and cross-list your items to multiple platforms, you're gonna have different shoppers on each of those platforms. Now, there may be a little bit of overlap, but a lot of shoppers only shop one particular platform. They're not gonna shop 10 platforms at once. They're not gonna be checking prices on 10 different platforms. A lot of people just go to Poshmark or Mercari or eBay or Depop, wherever they like to purchase, and they will go to that one platform and make their purchase. So by getting your item out to multiple platforms, we'll get more eyes on your item. Secondly, that can bring in a higher average sale price. So more eyes on your item means that your items are more likely to sell at the price that you're asking, assuming you're not way overpricing your items. And you'll have less need to put your items on sale or to send out drastically reduced offers. The third reason why Vendoo may be worth your investment is that you can get quicker flips, i.e. your items will sell faster. So when you get them listed to multiple platforms, you're gonna have more opportunity to make sales, and you will see your items turn over quickly. And this puts more money back in your pocket so you can go back out and invest more money into inventory and seeing more profits in your business sooner. It's the same repeating cycle of source, sell, repeat, source, sell, repeat, but it's just going at a faster rate when you are listing your items to multiple platforms. The fourth reason why Vendoo may be worth your investment is the time saved in managing your inventory. Vendoo gives you one place to be able to manage your inventory from. You can easily see all of your data and see where your sales are coming from, how much money you made on each sale. It's one place to manage all of your inventory. And the fifth and final reason why Vendoo may be worth your investment is because of their newest feature that I am absolutely loving. And this is an auto sales detecting feature. Yes, this will automatically detect when your items sell, and it will automatically delist those items on the other platforms that they're cross-listed to. So you will have no more double selling of the same item, no more having to go in and cancel orders and say, oh wait, it actually sold on another platform at the same time. That happens more often than you think. And with this new feature, it has been very, very game-changing for me and has saved me so much time of not having to go in and say that the item has sold. It will automatically do that for you as soon as that item sells. All right, so as promised, I want to outline who should and shouldn't cross-list using Vendoo. So I want to give you 4 specific situations where cross-listing can help you out, and specifically cross-listing with Vendoo, because if you're doing this manually, again, I do not recommend that at all. It is definitely not worth your time. So here are the 4 specific situations where I would say, hey, cross-listing is for you. First up, if you're short on storage, if you're running out of space, maybe you've ran out of all the space that you have, maybe you're living in, maybe a smaller house or apartment and you need to turn your inventory over quicker and you just have very limited space, I would recommend cross-listing for you because it'll help you spin your inventory, flip your inventory quicker than just trying to sell on one platform. The second situation where I would recommend cross-listing with Vendoo is if you are short on money. So maybe you don't have a lot of money to be going and investing in inventory. Maybe you're a new seller and you don't have a lot of money to spend upfront on new inventory, or maybe you've been reselling for a while and you just don't have a lot of cash flow to be able to go and purchase new inventory. And so by cross-listing, you'll be able to turn your items over faster and bring that money in faster so you can go in and invest in new inventory and grow your income and grow your business. The third situation where I would recommend cross-listing is if you're short on time. So you've done the work of sourcing the items, you've done the work of listing your items. And so if you're finding that you're working full time and you have a lot of other responsibilities, you don't have time to go out and source more inventory, you're short on time to create new listings, then I would recommend cross-listing for you and getting your existing items put into Vendoo and cross-listed out to other platforms. And the fourth situation where I would recommend cross-listing is if you're not currently selling on eBay. Now, those of you who have listened to any of my videos, you will know that I am very, very big on eBay. It is the platform that brings me in the most sales. And I hear from so many sellers or so many want-to-be resellers who are trying to do the thing. They're trying to make money with reselling, but they're on some smaller platforms. Maybe you're on Poshmark, maybe you're on Mercari, and you're going, okay, I'm making a sale here and there, but it's not really enough to provide me the income that I want to see. And so if you're in that situation, I would highly recommend bringing in your listings into Vendoo and getting them cross-listed out to eBay. For most resellers, eBay is going to be the place where you make the majority of your sales. All right, so I want to be totally honest with you. We've gone through who should cross-list, but who shouldn't cross-list. If you're going, okay, maybe I'm one of these people that shouldn't cross-list, I've identified 6 different people who shouldn't cross-list. Now, first, if you're not concerned about quick sales, you probably don't want to be cross-listing. Second, if you don't have any need to turn your money over quicker to be able to invest it back in your business, you're not in any rush to make money, then I wouldn't recommend cross-listing. Third, if you've got plenty of space for inventory, you've got gobs and gobs of storage, then maybe cross-listing isn't right for you. Fourth, if you're happy waiting for sales and you're not in a rush to make those sales, then you might not want to cross-list. Fifth, is if you don't want to learn the platforms that you're going to be cross-listing to. It is still important to know the platforms that you're selling on, the platforms where you're going to be making sales. And so I would recommend, if you want to cross-list, that you know and learn those platforms. And the sixth and final reason is if you don't want to follow through with sales strategies specific to each platform, which leads me to the next thing that I want to talk about real quick, is how you can further boost your ROI, how you can get additional sales with Vendoo. It is so much more than just a cross-listing tool. And there's a lot of things you can do on other platforms, but Vendoo actually has a built-in feature that has really boosted my sales on some of the other platforms like Poshmark and Mercari. And the tool that I have been using to see an incredible increase in sales on Poshmark and Mercari is a tool built right into Vendoo, and it is their delist and relist items. This is a click of a button. You can select up to 10 items at once and the platforms that you want to delist and relist on. Now, I personally do not use this for my eBay listings, but I would recommend using this for your other platforms. The reason being, I don't want the eBay dates of when that item went on the platform to change, because I am running other strategies, other sales strategies on eBay. But for Poshmark and Mercari, this has been a game changer as far as making sales on those platforms. As a new Vendoo user, I didn't fully understand the powerfulness of this, is that a word? And I just delisted and relisted kind of occasionally, here and there when I remembered. But as soon as I found out how important this was, especially on those other platforms that are non-eBay, I would recommend coming in and delisting and relisting at least a handful of your items every single day. And I can pretty much guarantee that you will have daily sales just off of doing that one thing. No need to have to go out and send crazy offers or try to do Poshmark's live sales. This simple delist, relist, it'll relist at the same exact price. And because it's a brand new item, people will come and buy it. Now, Vendoo's delist, relist tool is really cool because you can select your items and hit, go ahead and do this for me. And it's gonna run in the background while you're doing other things. You could go make yourself a cup of coffee. You could go, create some new listings in Vendoo, or you could open a new tab on your window or go watch some YouTube videos. And it's gonna be working in the background. And pretty soon you'll come back and say, oh, it's finished. All of my items have been, all of the, the 10 that I selected, they're all have been automatically delisted and relisted for me. This is one of the best ways to make sales on those non-eBay platforms, and it is almost hands-free. So thank you so much for watching. You can grab a free Vendoo trial as well as get 25% off your first month with my affiliate link below. And I hope this helped you make the decision of if Vendoo is right for you, or maybe you're saying, okay, maybe I want to hold off a little bit until I'm to that point. But at some point, Vendoo is going to be worth it, whether you're a full-time reseller or you're just doing this part-time like myself. Thanks so much for watching, and see you soon.